All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again to all of you. Sir Choco here again to lecture on the topic forensic toxicology. Okay, so let us define the word toxicology. Okay, please take note, class, this is a branch of science which treats poisons, their origin, physical and chemical properties, physiological action, treatment of their nauseous effect, and their methods of detection. So basically, toxicology treats what we call, of course, the toxins. Ano pa ba? Poisons. Okay? And it highlights there the origin. Okay? The physical and chemical properties as well as its physiological action. So if you have a background in general chemistry, we've learned that a toxic poison, okay, may have a functional group of organic or non-organic or inorganic, okay, compound. Ayan. So kapag ka nag-clinical chem kayo, I will emphasize, no, and I will share to you the functional group na tinatawag po natin. Okay? So ayan, to point out, toxicology, okay, has a physiological action also. Ano ba yung pinaka-cause ng action ng toxicology na yan? Basically, kapag nag-react or kapag naging metabolite na yan, okay, or kapag nagkaroon na siya ng mechanisms, no, by altering our body parts or body functions. Ganun. Kaya magkakaroon na siya ng alteration, kumbaga. Okay, so when we say poison, yan, these are any substance. Okay, take note ha. Pag sinabi po nating poison, ito po ay substance. Okay, which produces deleterious effects of the living tissues. And once introduced into the bloodstream, even in a small dose, it is likely to cause injurious effect to health and even cause death. Okay? Substance, ang keywords natin, deleterious effect of the tissues. And in the small concentration class, please take note, ito yung bigay na ng pagbabago sa ating katawan. Okay? So, ang chronic na kalalabasan mo dyan ay, yun, kamatayan. Kasi hindi ka naman agad mamamatay. There will be alteration of the homeostasis. And then after that, magiging injurious yan. Tapos, okay, kapag bumagal na or bumagsak na yung katawan mo, that's the time na mamamatay ka. Because poison is defined as the substance that causes death even in the small doses. Okay, as it causes deleterious effect of the living tissues. Okay, and please take note also, class, that there are types of poisoning. Okay, this lecture in criminology is more of familiarizing the concept as we are dealing with the science of toxins. And since we are dealing with science, it must be specific, it must be accurate. So I will be very strict in the terminologies. That's why you just don't need to mesmerize it. You need also to really determine, okay, and know the intention of the definition. Okay? Yan. So, this slide is self-explanatory, as however I'm going to still expound it. Pag sinabi nating accidental poison, this is taken without the intention to cause death. That's why, okay, when we say accidental, syempre hindi mo yan sinasadya, right? Okay, walang intention na mag-cause ka ng kamatayan. Okay? And this is opposite sa number 2. Syempre, suicidal. This taken voluntarily for the purpose of taking his own life. So, ang ating keyword dito ay voluntarily or voluntary. Kasi ang tao, meron niyang will, meron niyang choice. Pinili niya yan, siya ang accountable, siya ang may pananagutan. And then, homicidal. Siyempre, when we say homicidal, this is willfully given. Okay? Yan. Tapos, meron siyang intention to cause death to the victim. Kaya nga sa homicide, di ba? Side is, yung CIDE or sidal or side na suffix means killing. Ayan. And also, we have what we call undetermined poisoning. So, ano ibig sabihin ng undetermined poisoning? This is a problem how poison was obtained and why it was administered. So basically, you are answering the how and the why, how the poison was administered. Di mo naman alam bakit bigla ka na lang nalason. Okay? Those are the things that we need to understand. And also, what are the conditions? Okay? We'll also be going to discuss the conditions, no, of modifying the actions of poisons. Okay, so basically I have here, it is attributed to the individuals. What else? Yung age and sex, habit, health, idiosyncrasy, food, disease, sleep, and exhaustion. Okay, so the first one is it is attributed to the individuals and the sex. The second one, it is attributed to the poison. So in this slide class, no, meron tayo ditong mga scientific terms, no, and definitions na dapat nating ma-familiarize. Okay, so halimbawa, yung salitang dilution. Guys, when we say dilution, ang kanyang root word ay dilute. Okay? Now, sabi niya, the more dilute, rapidly absorbed, except corrosive poison. Okay? More dilute, rapidly absorbed. Ganito yan. You've learned in your general chemistry class na ang solution ay binubuo po yan ng solute at solvent. Tama? And basically, pag pinagsama mo ang solute at saka solvent, ang labas niyan, solution. At pag sinabi mo namang solution, syempre, mixture of liquids po yan. Now, ano ang solute? Ang solute ay mga solid part. Ang solvent naman, syempre, ito yung liquid part o yung watery kung tawagin. Okay. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na concentration. Usually kapag concentration ang usapan, ang focus natin ay yung measurable amount, number ng mga solid. Okay? Halimbawa, kung meron tayong baso dito at meron tayong tubig, okay, kapag ang solid, sobrang dami, okay, halimbawa itong mga tuldok-tuldok na ito, asin. Okay? Pagka sobrang dami ng asin, syempre, tatakpan niya ang tubig. Ibig sabihin, concentrated ang term dyan. Okay? Yung dami ng mga solid particles na nandun sa solusyon. Siyempre, ang tawag dyan ay supersaturation. Now, kung halimbawa naman liquid ang sobrang dami, siyempre anong mangyayari doon sa solid? Siyempre, madidissolve sila. Pag na-dissolve ang mga solid na yan, okay, ang tawag po dyan ay dilution. Ibig sabihin, kapag ka class, no, sa isang baso ng tubig, halimbawa kape, yun na lang ipagpalagay mo, no, merong kape dyan. Pag ang kape sobrang dami, di ba, matapang, kaya kang ipaglaban. So, anong ginagawa mo pag sobrang tapang? Nilalagyan mo ng tubig because you are adjusting the weight of solid and the liquid. You are trying to make them equal. And that act is known as dilution. Okay? So, kapag diluted yan, ang sabi dito, mas mabilis siyang ma-absorb. Ibig sabihin, ang lason, okay, kapag ka masyado siyang flexible, yung molecule niya masyado siyang flexible dun sa bloodstream, or masyado siyang flexible dun mismo sa solid, ibig sabihin, mas mabilis siya na talagang makuha at mas makapag-atake doon mismo sa tissues. Nakuha po. So, maliban na lang kapag corrosive yung poison. That's the idea of dilution. Okay? Next, dose. So when we say dose, this is the quantity of the poison administered at a time. Yun lang, memorize nyo. Quantity, ibig sabihin, it deals with the numbers. Physical state. Okay? Gaseous is more absorbed than solid. Ganito yan, di ba? Sa chemistry natin, meron tayo dyan solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. At pag sinabi natin solid, molecules are intact together. Kahit anong gawin mo, sapakin mo, tabyugam, it cannot destroy. Or they can be tear apart. That's solid. Solid, di ba? Now, liquid, eto, ang molecules na ito, flexible lang. Pag pinainit mo yan, kagaya ng tubig, okay, bumibilis yung mga molecules, okay, kaya nagbo-boiling water. But it does not change the physical picture of the water, right? However, you can move it using heat. I like to move it. Diba? Ganon. Next, gas. Ito naman. Yung gas, volatile ito. Pag sinabi natin volatile, talagang makalat yan. Tapos, highly reactive yung mga yan. Pagka binuksan mo yung gas, gumagano ka agad yan. Okay? Ngayon, kapag physical state, sabi niya, dito sa slide natin na nandito, gaseous is more absorbed than solid. While, siyempre, yung gas, okay, makulit yung mga yan. Okay, makakalat yung mga yan. That's why it is absorbable. Next, solubility. Ito na. Okay, it must be capable of solution to be absorbed. Ano ba yung sabihin ng solubility? Okay, soluble. Mabalik tayo dito sa ating illustration ng pagsasama ng tubig at saka ng mga solid. Pag halimbawa, okay, so ganito yan. Looking at our example, halimbawa itong mga molecules na to, kailangan sumama siya sa tubig. Pag yung mga molecules na to sumama sa tubig, soluble ang tawag doon, di ba? Kasi kapag merong material o kaya substance na nabuo sa solution, ang tawag dyan ay insoluble. May material na nabuo sa solution pero hindi siya na-dissolve. Okay, hindi siya nakisama doon mismo sa solution, ang tawag doon ay insoluble. So, ang opposite ng insoluble, dapat makisama siya sa solution. Okay, so ipagpalagay na lang natin, ano? Halimbawa, yung coffee bean. Actually, yung coffee bean ay solid naman yan. Kailangan mo siyang i-grind, di ba? Para maging baraku. Yung baraku ngayon, di ba, mga solid-solid yung mga yan. Pero kapag nilagay mo sa tubig, ano mangyari? Yung tubig gagawin niyang itim. Okay? Ganon. Parang ganun na lang yung kanyang konteksto at yung kanyang concept. Okay, next. We have also what we call the mode of administration. So, rapid action of the poison when inhaled in aqueous or vapor form. So, yan na. Tandaan ninyo, inhaled in aqueous or vapor form. Yan, pag hinit-hit mo, yan, rapid daw po or mas mabilis yung kanyang action. Next, we have also chemical combination. When compared to others, okay, it is more poisonous. Yan. And then we have also the mechanical combination. Okay, this is the medium where poison is dissolved. Yan. And please take note, class, no? There are entry sites of poisons. Paano ba kasi nalalason yung tao? Diba? Yan. Pwede sa mouth, nose, eyes, rectum, vagina, urethra, bladder, ureter injection. Tapos yung injection, meron niyang 2 types. Meron tayong IM at saka IV. Intramuscular or intravenous. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga papasukan ng poisons. Again, take note, poisons ay mga substance na nagkukos ng deleterious effect doon sa living tissue. Okay? In a small dose. Sa maliit na dose lang, sa maliit na mga substances lang, okay, na-inhale mo, mas mabilis yung action. Okay, na-hit-hit mo, mas mabilis yung action. So, magkakaroon siya ng deleterious effect by altering your tissues. When the tissues are altered already, syempre, magkakaroon ka na ng changes in your pakiramdam. Kasi physiologic ang tawag dyan. Yung mga nararamdaman natin, ang tawag doon physiologic. Yung nasusuka ka, yung ang sakit-sakit ng tiyan mo, nasa physiologic disturbances. Okay, so paano natin alisin ang poison elimination? Ayan, or poison. Okay, so I would like you to research on the following: emesis, respiration, feces or stool, urine, milk, sweat, saliva, and tears. Yan, pag umiiyak ka, okay, pwede daw palang maalis ang poison dyan. Pag pinapapawisan ka rin, okay, tapos yung sa saliva mo,